What if the story of creation wasn't just about the origin of the physical world, but a blueprint for the awakening of consciousness itself? For thousands of years, the biblical 7 days of creation has been read as a historical or theological narrative. But beneath the surface lies a hidden truth of the spiritual journey, one that speaks to the evolution of the soul, the emergence of spiritual awareness, and the divine order within each of us. Let's unravel this mystery. The opening of the book of Genesis is one of the most well-known passages in history. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. But this creation story isn't just about the formation of the world. It's a symbolic map of consciousness, reflecting both the macrocosm of the universe and the microcosm of the human soul. Let's explore each day of creation, not as a linear sequence of events, but as 7 stages of spiritual awakening. On the first day, God said, "Let there be light." This wasn't physical light. The sun and stars hadn't been created yet. This first light represents the awakening of awareness, the moment when consciousness emerges from the void of non-being. Without this first illumination, we remain in darkness, unconscious and unaware of our divine potential. On the second day, God separates the waters above from the waters below. This is the separation between the higher and lower aspects of consciousness, the divine mind and the ego mind. Our spiritual path requires us to navigate both realms, to find balance between heaven and earth. On the third day, dry land appears, along with vegetation, plants, and trees. This is the stage of manifestation, when spiritual ideas begin to take form. It's a reminder that spiritual growth isn't just about transcendence. It's about grounding our divine nature in the physical world. On the fourth day, God creates the lights in the sky to mark seasons, days, and years. This is about the emergence of divine order, the realization that life operates in cycles and rhythms. The sun represents the conscious mind, illuminating truth. The moon represents the subconscious, reflecting hidden wisdom. The stars remind us that even in the darkest night, guidance and hope are always present. On the fifth day, life appears in the seas and skies. Fish and birds, symbols of fluidity and freedom. This stage is about the awakening of our creative energy and emotional depth. When we allow ourselves to flow with life's currents and rise above limitations, we experience true spiritual freedom. On the sixth day, God creates animals and finally, humanity, made in the image and likeness of the divine. This is the realization of spiritual dominion, the understanding that we are co-creators with God, endowed with the power of thought, intention, and creation. On the seventh day, God rests. This is not a cessation of creation, but the realization of oneness, the understanding that all creation is already complete in the mind of God. In our lives, the Sabbath is a reminder that we are not meant to strive endlessly. We are meant to enter into the flow of divine grace, trusting that creation is ongoing and that we are part of that infinite process. When you understand the 7 days of creation, it is more than a story about the origin of the world. It's about revealing a universal pattern of spiritual awakening. We awaken to divine light. We separate the higher from the lower. We ground spiritual truth in physical reality. We align with divine order and cycles. We embrace creativity and emotional flow. We step into divine power and responsibility. And finally, we rest in the knowing that all is well, all is whole, and all is one. The story of creation is not just a story of how the world began. It's the story of how we, as spiritual beings, awaken to our divine nature. Every day we are creating with our thoughts, our beliefs, and our actions. The 7 days remind us that creation is not a one-time event, but an eternal unfolding, and that we are active participants in that sacred process. So as you reflect on the story of Genesis, ask yourself, what are you creating today? And are you creating consciously in alignment with the divine order within you?